This is a free download from the BBC. For more information, go to bbc.co.uk/podcasts.
Hi, guys. Welcome to the podcast. Iainlee is here. Catherine Boyle is there.
Yep.
Kelly Betts is there.
Hi.
Who the hell are you?
I'm Jan.
What are you doing here?
I am the BBC Local Apprentice.
The BBC Local Apprentice is Jan.
Speaking to a little microphone.
Hello.
Well, it does that. There you go. You've learnt your first lesson. That'll be £5, Jan. Thank you very much indeed. Jan is an old lady's name, isn't it?
It's Jen.
But
I was saying, Jan is an old lady's name,
Jan's
isn't it?
my mum's name.
Okay. What?
Yeah.
Hang on a second. So your mum is called Jan and you're called Jen?
Yeah.
And your brother called Ben?
No.
Jim?
Scott.
Okay,
yeah.
well, that doesn't...
Lost it.
That doesn't work. Anyway, thank you for downloading, dear listener. It really is an absolute pleasure to be licking your ear with it's my tongue. And I'll cry if I want to, cry if I want to, cry if I want to. You would cry too if I tongued you too in the ear.
It's true, you would. I've had it done and it's...
Well, you shouldn't have been a naughty girl. It's getting a little bit sleazy. Probably time we reined it in and talked about the podcast. What's in the podcast today, Kelly?
You got pwned. Yep.
When? Genuinely.
Coming up.
When did I get pwned?
When we hid from you in the dark for
it wasn't pwning,
38 minutes.
Oh, yeah, OK, right. Should we start with a little call? Yeah. Here's the kind of call we get to the show. Gary's on the line. Good morning, Gary.
Good morning, Ian.
Oh, Gary, you all right?
Yeah?
Don't sound it. I mean, do you want to talk to us about it, or...?
No, good morning.
It's the most sarcastic good morning I've heard this morning.
It sounds loaded.
Oh,
are you loaded? Because that sounded loaded.
No. No.
Well, it sounds like... I'll be honest, it sounds like he's got beef.
No, not at all, mate. Not at all. It's first thing in the morning, isn't it?
Are we the first people you've spoken to?
Yes.
Are you married or got a partner or anything?
I have children.
I feel sorry for them. If this is the greeting they get first thing in the morn. Oh, more sarcasm. Gary.
Yes.
Oh, blimey, you do it, Catherine.
You did that. You pointed out the elephant in the room. Now he's riding it.
Get off the elephant. Get off the pink elephant. You talk to him because your soft touch might loosen him up.
Gary, what did you want to say?
Well, I just think this Band-Aid thing's a bit boring now, isn't it? You know, the very talented people. Can't they come up with something new? I mean, it got released a couple of years ago.
What do you reckon they should do, like a flash mob or lip sync? Or
it was at least a couple of years ago.
It was about 30 years ago, wasn't it?
No, that was the first time it was released, but I'm pretty sure they made another remake of it.
They did it twice. People forget about twice since.
Guys.
People forget about the Stock Aitken and Waterman version.
Yeah, this is the fourth one.
Yeah.
The fourth one. That's what I mean. It's a bit of a drag, isn't it?
What do you think they should have done instead, Gary?
Don't know. They should have just named it different, brought out a different song. Yeah. Made a whole new, a new appearance of it.
Well, they've got new people in it. They've got Bono.
Who they are?
They've got Bono.
Bono. Yeah, Bono was in it last time.
Oh, OK. They've got new people. They've got Midjour.
OK, I don't know who that is.
That's Midjour.
All right.
They've got new people. They've got Roger Taylor from Queen in it.
Cool. That's good.
So...
They got Chris Martins off of the Coldplay.
Oh, that's good. Cool.
So it sounds like you're kind of...
Coming round.
Yeah?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think they need to come out, with a new song.
I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to play it, right? Do you want to introduce it, Gary, and we'll play it now?
No, I don't want to introduce it.
Go on, introduce it. Go on.
No, I don't want to ruin your show, mate, seriously.
Go on, Gary. This is Band-Aid 30 with all the pop stars in the world. Go on, you introduce it.
No, I'm not doing it.
Go on, Gary.
No.
Come on, Gary. Introduce the song.
No.
Come on, Gary.
I won't do it.
Come on, introduce the song.
No.
Come on, Gary. Introduce Band-Aid 30.
No, I can't do it.
Come on, Gary. Introduce Band-Aid 30.
I can't do it.
Come on, Gary. Introduce Band-Aid 30.
I can't do it.
Come on, Gary. Introduce Band-Aid 30.
I can't do it.
Come on, Gary. Introduce Band-Aid 30.
Ian, I can't do it.
Come on, Gary. Band-Aid 30.
No, I'm not doing it.
Come on, Gary. Band-Aid 30.
Bye.
1, 2.
Great fun, great bands. Boyle, you're hiding behind the screen there, and I know you're only... Have you got flats on today?
No, I haven't.
Wow, this is you tall. There we go.
I was kneeling on the chair there.
All right, mate.
Now I'm standing up.
OK, what's...
Now I'm kneeling down.
All right, mate.
Now I'm standing up.
OK, mate. OK.
I'm kneeling down.
OK. What's your beef?
I haven't got beef.
I can see your beef in your eyes.
Oh.
Yeah, you've got beefy eyes. OK, we'll just crack on with the script, shall we?
Go on.
Here's some other stuff in it. Why would you write that? Now, mystery caller, line 1. Who is this?
It's a mystery caller.
Oh, it's not Tony Fisher, is it?
It's a mystery caller.
Yeah, well, have I worked out who the mystery caller is?
Maybe.
Right. Is it Tony Fisher, the reporter who, in inverted commas, works here?
I think you'd like to rephrase that.
OK. Is it Tony Fisher, the bloke that hangs about in our office every day?
Can you rephrase that?
OK. Is it homeless Tony Fisher who sits in the corner drinking from a bottle of meths?
I think you better rephrase that.
Catherine, what does he want me to say?
Is it Tony Fisher?
I am saying hello.
But is it Tony Fisher?
I'm saying hello.
Oh, of course it's Tony Fisher.
Are you Tony Fisher?
I might be.
Right. Hello.
Hello.
You all right?
Yeah, fine, thanks.
You in today?
I am, yeah, are you?
See you later then.
Right.
08459 455.
Am I in? You're talking to me.
Peter's in Walmer Green. Morning, Peter.
Good morning.
What do you have a whinge about today?
I would like to talk about the different councils and their methods.
Can you believe that Tony Fisher just called us up?
Not at all.
Do you know who Tony Fisher is?
No, not at all.
No, nor do I. No, he's one of our talented reporters here, as opposed to one of our untalented reporters here.
Well, that's very nice indeed, because there's very few of them about.
Well, Tony is what I like to call old school. He's been doing this for the last 50 years, and so he employs proper old-fashioned techniques. He drinks whiskey for breakfast,
And probably manners too.
Yeah, exactly. He smokes tabs, and he doesn't mind roughing up somebody if it means he gets the story.
Well, I don't understand that if he's that old.
Well, yeah, some of these old boys have still got it. I remember once, Peter,
Yeah.
I was doing some filming, OK? I was doing a thing called Vox Pops, which is where you stop people in the street and you ask them questions.
Yes.
I was stopping people in the street and asking them silly questions. I saw a gentleman coming towards me, a short fella, very short, old, probably in his 70s. I thought, I recognise this man, but I can't think who it is, right?
Yeah.
So he came up to me, and I started asking him some silly questions. Probably something along the lines of, if Princess Diana's DNA was injected into some meat, would you eat it? Something like that, right? And as I'm talking to him, being cheeky to him, it clicked who it was. It was Mad Frankie Fraser.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was Mad Frankie Fraser. I was cheeking Mad Frankie Fraser.
Yeah, well, I've got a background with people like that, really.
Were you a gangster?
No.
Gangster?
But two of the brothers used to come down to our street. One of them caught in a goal.
Which brothers? The Crays?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
Probably guess which one.
I used to play football with Ronnie Knights.
Did
Barbara
you?
Windsor's
Barbara
first husband.
Windsor's first husband, who was had his hand in various businesses, I think we can say.
Well, nearly all his brothers had scrapyards, actually.
Yeah.
And Barbara, when we used to hold football meetings, Barbara's been in there.
Oh, yeah.
And that was in Stoke Newington.
Beautiful.
Arcola Arms, it was called.
So you saw Barbara Windsor at her prime?
Well, no, I saw Barbara Windsor when she was a 17, 18-year-old.
Flippin'
And she wasn't in the prime then, but she was a lovely lady.
She was about to get into her prime. Did her
yes,
bra
indeed.
ever fall off? I mean, or was that just in the movies?
No, Barbara had never had a really big bosom anyway.
Thank you so much for that, Peter. Want to hear how we lost listeners this week? It was like this.
Easy, 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 easy.
Knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, Mother Brown. Gotta get your knees up. Get your knees up. Knees up, Mother Brown. Oh, easy, 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 easy.
I forgot what word. It sounded like a different word after a while.
The word was easy.
Easy.
Easy. Easy.
Easy.
Easy.
Easy.
Easy. Easy. Easy. Easy. Easy. Easy. Easy. Easy. Easy. Easy. Easy. Easy. Easy. Easy. Easy. Easy. Easy. Easy. Well, if you're tired of hearing the word easy said repeatedly and degenerating into noise, then you probably should skip past the next 3 minutes and 11 seconds, because we do it in that as well.
Longer than that, actually. There's more.
Blimey. Morning, guys. Morning, itchy heads. Iain Lee, BBC Three Counties Radio. Councillors stepping down. Ambulances not stepping up. And Dealey stepping out. Yeah, I did it. 08459 455 555.
Across beds, hearts and bucks.
This is BBC Three Counties Radio.
The thing is, Boyle, booby traps on this door don't work because this door pushes out. Also, Kelly Betts was going to come in. Also, JVS is going to come in. You cannot booby trap my studio doors. Whereas
What booby trap?
Yeah, exactly. The one that I heard when Kelly came in, I heard it go, and I heard her giggle and stumble, and I said, "Has Catherine booby trapped it?" And she said, "Yes." And there it is, the vacuum cleaner, the Hungry Horace. What's it called? A big mouthful. What do they call that?
Henry.
A Henry. That's it. A hot Henry.
I did not do anything with the Hoover.
Now this is a booby trap. Look, I'm getting a Hoover put on me. There we go. Now that is a booby trap. I've got a Henry round my neck. Not one of them for ages.
Anyway, the Big Daddy chant.
Yes.
You got it wrong. What did you think it was?
Big Daddy, 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 Big Daddy.
You're such a plum.
Was it that?
No, it was easy, 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 and so on. I'm glad we got that sorted. That was from Alan and Welling, the Craig the Ledge, and Gareth in Lower Stondon. So sort it out, Lee. Just wanted to respond to your immigration text, says Damon. He says, I'm of Anglo-Irish descent and have to say the mini-boom in the economy of recent times is part due to women and men who've immigrated here and are doing jobs lazy nationals would not do for effort or skill. Fact.
Also, the people...
on that, says Damon.
The people doing the really horrible, dirty, crappy jobs in the hospitals, guess where they're from? Probably not here.
Phil says, I saw Big Daddy in giant haystacks. Boastful. So boastful. At our local sports centre in the late 1980s, the old ladies were going mental. I got thrown out for throwing a polo mint, says Phil. That could interfere with the game. And Dave said...
Yeah?
Across beds, hearts and bucks.
This is Iain Lee.
BBC Three Counties Radio.
Three Counties Radio. Have we lost any more listeners since your chant?
There's some listeners are incensed, but they're not listening anymore.
They're
so
what?
Talking to them. They're incensed.
Oh, right.
And we've also got... I've had a personal text message from my friend Nick, female Nick.
Hello, Lady Nick.
Lucy, she's got two children, Lucy and Jake. Lucy's now
Strong
chanting,
names.
Big Daddy, Big Daddy, Big Daddy,
Good for
Big
you, Lucy.
Daddy.
Like
and
that.
Jake is chanting, easy, easy, easy.
Not so keen on him.
Apparently it's a war in the car and not easier on my delicate morning ears. Cheers,
Okay.
guys.
Cheers, guys.
Morning, Brenda. I wish my life away every morning waiting for 9 a.m. Roll on, JVS. You are rubbish.
Okay, well, here's the thing, guys. Don't wish your life away because one day you'll be dead. And then you'll be wishing your life back. And also, you could listen to something else.
Yeah, do something.
Oh, we can't... I said that once to someone. So we can't do that because it's the radio's tuned to your station. We'll tune it to something else. I don't know how to.
Read a book.
Go and read a book. Go and get...
Maybe like
Don't have all
episodes.
this bitterness. Don't have all this bitterness. Although I think people like Brenda... To them, I am I'm the pantomime villain, and they like to hate me because it gives them somewhere to direct their bitterness.
It's
and
interesting
their
that she's
bad
listening
energy.
every morning.
Yeah, I know. Like, there are radio shows I don't like, and I don't listen to them more than twice because I go, I don't like this, and I go and do something else instead.
But there are some people who are really irritating on the radio, and I listen to them just so I can swear and shout at the radio.
JBS.
And if that's your thing, then that's fine.
As the man said, whose name I can never remember, Radio Man. Who's the Radio Man? Howard Stern.
Yes.
People who like him listen to him for 20 minutes. People who hate him listen to him for hours. Because people like to be angry. And we're doing you a service, Brenda, and I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thanks for listening. Also, John in Milton Keynes.
Good morning, Jonathan.
When are you going to have a proper dialogue instead of waffling? Wait for it. Hulk Hogan would smash Big Daddy into small little pieces and feed him to the dogs.
Right, you're banned. I don't want lunatics listening. Big Daddy, would Daddy splat him? Big Daddy killed a man.
No, he didn't. The man had a heart condition.
Okay,
Big Daddy
still,
never forgave himself.
I know, poor Big Daddy. Big Daddy was the gentle giant, whereas Hulk Hogan was just a plum.
And let's talk about Papa Shango.
Oh, yeah.
Neil Royston. Papa Shango also set his opponent's feet on fire more than once.
Whoa! Now, that has got to be against the rules. That is definitely against the rules.
So there we go.
Dealey, you strike me as the sort that would love a little bit of American wrestling.
What's your name?
Dealey? Oh, sorry, you're there.
Well, my nan used to love Big Daddy in the 80s.
Yep.
And you're going back to the older lady saying how much they loved him. Do you know what? My nan used to sit there every single Saturday afternoon watching this. Wasn't really for me personally, but I used to get into it every now and again, you know. I'm a football man. I'm a real man.
OK, well, listen, we've got a caller on line 1. Good morning, line 1.
Easy, 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 easy.
Thanks very much for calling line 1. There we go, Justin. That was nice, wasn't it?
Brilliant. Fantastic.
Put that in the pod as well. I think the whole podcast this week is just me and Catherine and line 1 chanting. That's what it's going to be. You've taken Big Daddy to the streets.
I have, and there's more chanting to come. I've been asking people for their memories of Shirley Crabtree Jr., better known as Big Daddy. I've been trying to get people to do the famous chants on the way to work this morning. Boss, take a listen. Here's what happened.
Taking it to the streets with J-Dog.
Madam, you saw Big Daddy live. What was he like?
Big.
Agnes, how are you today?
Fine, thank you.
We're taking Big Daddy to the streets. We're getting his name back on the radio. Now, what's your memories of watching the big man himself?
With Giant Haystacks. I remember them two fighting, wrestling when the kids were small. I was only about in my 20s.
Yeah?
Yeah, I remember that. And
You're smiling straight away, aren't you?
Yeah, no, I loved him. Loved the two of them.
And Ian's been trying to do the chant this morning. Just in 10 seconds, can you give us the Big Daddy chant?
Easy, easy.
Wonderful. Madam, a Big Daddy fan in the house. What did he mean to you when you were growing up?
It was a Saturday afternoon watching wrestling with my granddad.
Yes. And just lastly, give us the chant. How did it used to go?
Easy, easy. Great big fat bloke. Lovely.
Thank you very much. Take care.
Okay.
I think the last bit may have been improvised slightly. I don't remember the great big fat bloke.
Lovely.
It was just out there this morning, people on the way to work, and as soon as you mentioned Big Daddy, people were smiling. People wanted to do the chant. They didn't mind looking stupid in public. They were well up for it, boss.
You say people, really, we used the wrong jingle there, didn't we?
That was the lady's perspective.
Yes.
What's interesting is kids don't realise this, right? And this is why you've got your athletes, your Etienne Stotts, your Greg Rutherfords,
your Paula Radcliffes,
who are all super thin, super lithe, muscular, toned bodies. No. They put people off sports. In the 70s, the best fighter in the world was Big Daddy.
Yep.
The strongest man in the world was Jeff Capes.
Yep.
Fat blokes. Hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you found it easy listening. I didn't get pwned this week.
You did.
I did not.
Read the script.
The script is bull.
Thanks.
I got pwned this week. Here's the evidence. Morning, guys. My, in inverted commas, and I use this term very, very loosely, team are thinking it's hilarious to hide in the dark. Well, I think it's childish. Guys?
Yeah, what's your problem?
I can't see them. So, it begs the question, where have you hidden? 08459 455 555.
Across beds, hearts and bucks.
This is BBC Three
What they don't know is I've been able to listen to everything they've been saying in the studio just by flicking a little switch here. And they're just giggling like little schoolgirls, giggling like children. Yeah, you're right, I can hear you. Just giggling like little children, like little girls would do who are doing a silly prank. So I've been able to hear everything they've said. And you don't come over well, guys. Trust me, you come over as very, very childish. Have you found that Who song I asked for?
Yep, be right there.
I hate working with these plums. I actually hate it. 08459 455 555. Your best hiding stories, please. And isn't there anything... There's nothing worse, is there? When you're hiding to surprise somebody and it kind of just crosses that line between... hiding and waiting and then being a little bit too long. Kind of after about, I think it's 3.5 minutes, scientists have worked it out. It's once you get to 3.5 minutes and beyond, then it's really awkward. And at what point do you decide, you know what, I'm going to stop crouching in this cupboard because they've probably... You still giggling, girls?
Yep.
Yeah? You having fun in there?
Yeah, that's great. I don't know what your problem is. I'm doing my job, just not where you can see me.
Where's the Who song?
Huh?
Oh, for crying out loud. At what point do you decide, you know what, I've been hiding here now for 15 minutes, it's probably best... there's no sadder look on a person's face than the look when they realise they've been hiding for so long and it's been wasted and they have to come out of hiding. It's the saddest look in the world, isn't it? Girls?
I wouldn't know. I can do this all day.
Where's the Who song?
It's coming.
Turn the flipping lights on. I can't see you. I've got a headache. You're going to turn my headache into a migraine.
Do you admit that we have pwned you?
Well, if by pwnership you mean have you sat in a dark room for 6.5 minutes, then, yeah, I guess you pwned me. If by that do you mean have you freaked me out and made me uncomfortable, then...
You hate this. You don't know where I am. Where am I?
Say that we've pwned you.
You're there.
You can't see me.
Say that we've pwned you.
This can all stop.
We'll play the Rolling Stones instead, then.
Woo!
You right, Jess?
Yeah. What a tune. Fantastic.
It's one of the only good songs the Rolling Stones ever did.
Oh, no, don't get me started.
No,
Come on.
I'm starting.
No.
They're rubbish.
No.
Anyway, I've got a whisper. Because we're all hiding now in the studios.
Yeah.
They've got their studio lights off, but they've got the telly on, so I can see exactly where they are.
Yep.
But I've turned off the lights in my studio. I've covered all the computer screens with blankets. They can't see me.
You're a crazy guy.
I'm a crazy guy. I've just got to keep an eye on the door, make sure they don't come in. 08459 455 555 is the phone number. If you give us a call, then that means the ladies will have to reveal themselves. Not like that, you deviants. I mean, they'll just have to pop up. It's a bit dark at the moment, you see. Andy's in Luton. Good morning, Andy.
Hello, Ian.
I've got no... Just keep your voice down, mate. I've got no lights on in the studio. I'm hiding in my studio. Catherine and Kelly are hiding in their studio. And I can do this literally all morning. I've got 2 young boys. This is what I do all day long anyway, is hide in a dark room from them. So I can do this. What would you like to say, Andy?
I'd just like to take you up on your point about the Rolling Stones.
Terrible band, aren't they?
Terrific band.
Sorry?
Well, it's about time you played 40 licks right through.
What?
Some of the best records ever.
Yeah, the thing about...
a great dance band, and they've been going on for 50 years. So I think they know more than you do about the record business.
Well, no, they don't.
They do.
Name. Okay, so they've got a greatest hits album that's quite good.
Quite good. It's terrific.
Name 5 good Rolling Stone songs.
All right. Brown Sugar.
1.
Can't Get Any Satisfaction.
No.
Street Fighting Man.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
I'll give you Angie.
Angie, yeah.
You can't always get what you want.
Yeah.
Wild Horses.
What about the Devil?
Oh, that's awful.
That's brilliant.
Oh, mate, that's an awful song.
That's brilliant.
I tell you what. I have been a bit harsh on the Rolling Stones. Pick a Rolling Stone song, and I'll play one for you now.
Brown Sugar.
Okay, we just played that, you idiot.
Oh, did you? Sorry. What about Street Fighting Man?
All right, go on. I'll get it lined up. You introduce it. Go on, and we'll play it.
All right, by the Rolling Stones, Street Fighting Man, In the Dark.
Hey Jude, don't make it bad.
I've put a cup of coffee down somewhere and I can't find it now. I'm worried I'm going to knock it. I've lost my phone as well. Oh. I found the coffee. You're going to hide all morning, Catherine?
Are you going to give up?
No, no. I could do this all day. I mean, I'm quite happy to stay in a darkened studio all day, crouch down underneath the desk, and broadcast from here. It's easy for me to do. I can see Kelly. Look, she's so rubbish at hiding. For those who don't know, Catherine and Kelly thought it'd be funny to be in a dark studio. The thing is, JVS will be down in half an hour. He'll turn on the lights in the next studio, so I instantly win because I'll be able to see you.
Will you?
Well, yes. I mean, I can see you now.
You can't?
Yeah, I can. I know exactly what... I can see where your microphone is, so I follow it, and I know that is where your massive head is.
Is it?
Well, that's over.
Yeah, how did it end?
I pwned you, mate.
No, I think you'll find I pwned you.
Catherine did a booty call. Is that a booty call when you ask someone to come and find you?
Not quite, no.
There was booty, bootylicious... No, we've spent the last 38 minutes hiding. It was radio. It didn't really make much difference to you, but we've played some great songs.
Imagine dark.
Some long songs.
Imagine us in the dark.
They're in one studio. I'm in the main studio, controlling this beast, and with a headache, which is now considerably worse. Thanks for that, guys. And then Catherine sends me a message saying, come and find me, booty call. I thought, oh, bootylicious. So I went out, she jumped out from the dark, I pretended to be scared.
You were scared.
She turned the lights on, I won.
Job done.
No, surely, guys, right, the loser is the person who... the loser is the person who turns the lights on first.
No, the loser is the person who shrieks like a girl who is scared.
The loser is the person who does the most amount of wee-wee. How much wee-wee did you do?
None.
I've got my cup here. nearly a full cup.
Yeah, I did get a message warning me that he'd gone native in here and what I was going to find wasn't going to be pretty.
You can see a video of all that rubbish on facebook.com/BBC3CR. Get the Facebook page right. You're supposed to be the queen of Facebook. You're always... Kelly Betts, what you don't know is whenever there's talk of people using Facebook correctly, Kelly Betts is always cited as the example of who we should be copying and what we should be doing. Oh, Kelly's done it. And Kelly's Facebook post has had so many shares and it's had so many likes. And what she does is she takes something that's quite dull and she really brings it to life on Facebook. And
like your podcast.
Like not like the podcast. And you don't even know the Facebook page.
I was writing it shorthand.
You have got quite short hands. I was so annoyed about the pwnership that I took it out on Justin Dealey using old clips of Dealey. Have a listen. You've not proved me right about anything at all. You're making me very, very angry.
Come here, give me a big cuddle.
No, I'm not going to give you a big cuddle, Justin.
I want to touch, I want to feel.
No, I'm not having that.
No matter how excited I try to sound, my voice always sounds boring.
Exactly.
That's just my voice.
That's better, thank you. Now, Justin, tell us about your show on Saturday between midday and 2. I believe it's about international fascism, is that right?
I don't do a programme about Adolf Hitler.
All right, mate, calm down. Kath, you can do your serious voice here.
OK. Serious voice. We had a phone call at the end of last week from a guy called Luke who was living on a traveller's site after seeing an advert in his shop window. The trailer came with a job. The job paid £40 for 12 hours work. All of a sudden, that £40 turned into £20. He said he didn't want to work anymore and, well, I don't want to spoil the story.
How did you find out about this place?
It was in a shop window, advertising. And I used to work with these a few years ago. And then I stopped working with them because they didn't pay me for a week's work I'd done. And then they promised me I'd get all that back.
What kind of stuff were you doing and how much were you getting paid?
Block paving, digging, knocking on doors, trying to get jobs. I was getting £20 a day for knocking on the doors. It started off at 40 for the actual work and then it automatically stopped down to 20.
Why did they stop it down to 20?
I don't know. That's what I would like to know. So I stopped working with them. And then when I did stop working with them, I'd get grief off them. I'd get threats. I've had 3 windows smashed.
So the people you're working for, they own this traveller site?
Yeah.
Right, OK. When they cut down your daily rate from £40 to £20, you must have said something to them.
Yeah, I told them I'm not coming to work for £20 a day because I said I'm not a slave, pretty much. And that was it. I just started getting grief. They gave me a notice to get out. They got the kids to smash 3 windows, just all throwing all rubbish at the trailer, kids behind the trailer. We even had one pull on my doorstep, a kid, where they're putting them up to do things.
How does that make you feel? This is your home.
I'm scared. I don't go out. If I do go to the shop, I have to cut across the fields and the train tracks all the way up to the shop. I can't walk down there because I get threats, things thrown at me.
What kind of threats are they making?
That they're going to get someone to punch my head in, not to be seen leaving sight, otherwise something's going to happen to me. I'm actually scared to leave this trailer.
I've got to ask, if you're scared because of the threats they've made, why are you talking to us?
Because I don't want it happening to other people. Something needs to be done about it. I've been to the council 3 times to get moved. The trailer next door, they've turned the lights off. Like, they refuse to give us electric cards to put in electric.
But are you not worried, though, that if this goes out on the radio, that something worse might happen?
Hopefully it all gets stopped and no one else gets put through what we've been put through. Because I wouldn't like it done to me. I don't like it done to me. Well, I don't like it done to anyone else. So I think I've got to do something to stop it all.
What do you want the council to do?
Rehouse us, to move us away from here so I can walk out to the shop without being scared, without getting threats.
There might be, let me play devil's advocate for a second, there might be some people who, listening to this, who think maybe you're making this up, just so that you get rehoused. What would you say to them?
It ain't to get rehoused. I was happy here at first, and I'd work every day. I'm 23 years old. With my criminal record, I can't really go and get a job. I was happy to work here. And then when they cut my wages down, and then that was enough for me, I'm not going to work for £20 a day. Sitting there 7:30 in the morning till 7:30 at night for £20. It ain't right.
If you're feeling threatened and your family, and there's a gorgeous little baby here as well, 7 months old, why can't you find somewhere else to go on your own? I mean, as the family, why can't you take the initiative and leave?
Because the council have to house us. We haven't got the money to go and put straight on a deposit. And we'll make ourselves intentionally homeless. Yeah, and if I make myself homeless, it ain't me just losing out. It's my girlfriend, it's the baby. I'll be on the street with him. And it isn't right.
So that was Luke's side of the story, but during the show on Thursday, Jim, who owns the site, called in to disagree with quite a bit of it. Here's some of it. The council will rehouse them, but you're refusing to give them a 60-day notice. You keep
I am not refusing nothing at all. I've already given 2 notices.
But they've been the 28-day notices, haven't they?
That's right, yeah, but I've got to give them. I've got a list to do me a 60-day notice now.
So you're going to give them a 60-day notice. When do you think they'll receive that?
They'll probably receive that tomorrow or today, hopefully.
Okay, and you're hoping then that would move things on, and they'll be able to go.
And 100% they're going anyway, mate. But there's nobody threatening. The names they're calling people there. They're calling people's wives. I was told what to call him. I can't mention this.
They're saying
so abusive. They talk about being abusive. And his mother told me yesterday that she's going to make her life
The thing is, they're in 3 caravans. I counted about 15, 20 other caravans.
That is right, 100%, because our mother is supposed to be there with her and her daughter.
But
she took everybody in there.
But they're at the back of the trailer park, away from the exit. It's round a corner. It's secluded. There are 3 caravans versus 20 other caravans. It seems odd to me, Jim, that they would be so cocky and so rude when they're surrounded by your family and friends.
Well, it seems odd to me as well, but there's nothing I can do about it. It seems very odd. If we were threatening them, there would be problems there, wouldn't it? There's nobody, because everybody mind their own business. That's why. It's just those that's causing the problem.
When we spoke to the mum, I spoke to the mum, and I asked if she wanted me to come and knock on your door, and she said no, and she was scared, Jim. She was actually scared, or a really good actress.
Excuse me, my mum was a very good actor. She's the biggest lawyer that I ever put on earth. Ask the police about her. They know all about her anyway, Bedfordshire Police. So she is a very good actor. Trust me, she is.
Luke was. We had Luke booked in to come on the phone this morning, and he's now not answering his phone. Any idea why that might be?
I'm just got up in the bed, mate. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. This is what I'm saying. I smoke drugs all night. If you call him about 3 o'clock, he might be up.
Well, we popped round at 11 o'clock in the morning the other day, and they were up, and I couldn't smell any drugs.
Because you probably made an appointment with them. That's why. But if you to speak to someone on their driveway, they wouldn't speak to you. There's nobody violent in this place, mate. Nobody at all. There is no violence, and you can contact Bedfordshire Police. They've never been here to this place.
When we were there was a chap who, I don't know who it was we spoke to, maybe it was your son, but there was a chap who was, he was quite intimidating.
What did he say to you, sir?
Well, he had quite a slightly aggressive tone and was quite intimidating. And told us not to come back.
Well, if a stranger come into your place, would you like to know who they are?
I suppose I would like to know, yes.
Do you think everyone can just keep driving in and out and then not knowing who everybody is?
But even though we've been invited...
There's loads of kids in this place, mate. There's loads of grandkids. We don't know who's driving in. It would be nice for you just to say who you are.
Well, we were invited...
It would be nice, you know?
Yeah, well, we were invited by Luke, and surely if Luke is living there...
You should have told the owner. Luke don't own it, you see. You should have said the owner. If you were to tell the owner, you were invited there.
Just want to recap a few points. You didn't threaten Luke the other day by saying that you'd paid people to go and beat him up and it was out of your hands now.
No, I wouldn't do things like that. I would not do nothing. I'm not a violent
His
person.
wages weren't cut to £20 a day.
No, they were not. Ever. Nothing like this. Total bull. All
Nobody has instructed the children to stand outside their house, their caravans, and defecate.
No. 100% no. The babies running around there, 4-year-old, 3 and 4-year-old, mate. It's a big area. A mistake would happen. I'm not disagreeing it wouldn't happen, but it could happen. I do not know.
And nobody there stands outside the caravan intimidating the families.
No, they do not, sir, because we are going to be honest, we have to move our tools, our equipment, to putting down, to put the nick equipment on it, but they're putting down air of our tyres of our trucks for the lads to go to work in the morning. It's totally a nightmare.
Jim, I really appreciate you giving us a call. And just finally, they should hopefully get a 60-day notice today or this week.
To be honest with you, if you get an hour's notice, I would love it, mate. I'll advise anybody, don't ever have anything to do tonight in jail. And thank you for your call.
And we're going to give him a call later on. So when we do speak to him, we can safely say to him, there's nothing to be afraid of. Nobody on that site wants to cause them harm.
They know there's nothing to be afraid of.
Okay.
They know there's nothing to be afraid of. And if you could tell them to cut down the name calling me better as well, mate.
Okay.
Stop the threatening behaviour.
And they'll definitely get that 60...
Get the police for no reason.
They'll definitely get that 60-day order this week.
Yeah, as soon as this list will give it to me, they will have it.
Jim, I really appreciate you coming on the air this morning. Thank you. On a completely different note, Catherine basically urinated on a child's dreams.
I didn't.
You virtually did.
No, I didn't.
A virtual urination apropos child dreamonology.
I'm not going to admit to that. Yes, I crushed some hopes.
Yeah, you stood on... You got your dreams out of your child's brain box, put them on the floor, did a Jimi Hendrix all over it, and then stomped on it. In front of her, she's 6. That's cruel. You're like Daddy Warbucks before he turns.
What was the child's dream?
All this because I said Father Christmas doesn't bring iPads and phones to 6-year-olds.
Well, I think Father Christmas should. A lengthy debate followed. I won the lengthy debate. And then Dizzy phoned up to back me up. And Dizzy made some excellent points about technology and the harm that Catherine was doing. Your microphone's off.
His name's not even Dizzy!
Your microphone's off. And it'll stay off for the rest of the podcast. I think it's probably for the best, as you can't be trusted with your voice and the lies.
Hey, Ian, how you doing, man? You alright?
I'm really good, Dizzy. How are you doing, Dizzy?
Oh, man, I'm ridiculous. I'm
sensing that. I'm sensing ridiculosity from you.
Oh, man, I've got so much ridiculosity.
Haven't you just?
I've got velocity, I've got everything, man.
Have you got hypotheses?
Oh, man, I've got so many hypotheses. I'm like one of them people that works in the science lab.
Have you got ferocity?
Rawr.
Hey, good lad. Any animosity, Dizzy?
Yeah, I suppose so, yeah.
Okay. What have you got for us?
Well, basically, yeah, like, I'm just talking about the iPads, yeah? Like, I got, like, lots of kids, right? And I want to give them all iPads because I'm worried about, you know, like, when you watch them films, you know, like, Terminator, things like that, yeah?
Terminator 1?
Oh, man, Terminator 1, Terminator 2, not Terminator 3, that was
I wouldn't bother with that. That was a rubbish film, wasn't it?
No, there's all rubbish, aren't they, really? But the thing is, right, yeah, and AI, you know, all that kind of stuff, yeah? When that happens, you know, we want to prepare our kids, you know? They need to know how to use, like, these things to wire a car up to a I don't know, something.
The thing is, if Zizzy, you're making a really good point, actually, because if we don't teach them how to... Yeah, if we don't teach them... I can save it. If we don't teach them how to use this technology, then the world is going to end up like WALL-E.
What, where's WALL-E?
No, WALL-E.
What, Wall-E?
Well, yeah, but it's pronounced WALL-E. Why would you call a film Wall-E? That doesn't sound like a name. You pronounce it Wall-E.
No, because I thought, like, the whole premise of the film was about naming walls.
Well, that's not about naming walls. It's about the word is Wall-E. And they've just made it look like robot writing.
Oh, right.
Did you not understand what Wall-E was about?
No, not really.
Dizzy, you've totally rendered all of your points useless.
Oh, man. Well, you know, that's life.
Speak to you tomorrow?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, OK, lovely. Excellent stuff indeed.
Yeah, Wall-E, there's the answer. That's what happens when every kid gets an iPad.
He does make a good point, though.
Which one?
The one about rigging
Ferocity.
the car battery up to things.
He didn't even know. He didn't even know what he was rigging it up to.
I wonder how many kids he's got.
Loads.
Laura's in Bedford. Good morning to you, Laura.
Good morning.
Do you agree with Dizzy?
What was the name of the supermarket that took over the whole world in it? Oh gosh, what's it called?
I can't remember. Globotech. It was. I can't remember. It's a good film.
Tesco's? No. What was it?
No. It's a good film, Wall-E, isn't it?
Oh, I loved it, and I think it's so clever.
I tell you what. I saw the other day. I tell you what I saw the other day for the first time. We just signed up to one of these like streaming services where you get loads of films, right? And there's loads of kids' films on there I hadn't seen, and some of them are rubbish. You've got to tread carefully. But we watched Tangled the other day.
Ah,
have you
I've not seen that? No, because I've got boys.
Oh well, I've got boys. They loved
it. I dragged them along to see Frozen, and I was the only one that came out singing.
Oh how old are your boys?
8 and 7.
Oh, okay, maybe just a bit, because mine are 4 and 2. They love Frozen. They loved it.
Yeah, they're still in the middle of it. Yeah, see, mine are on tail end. They walked out thinking, oh my gosh, and I was the one going floating out.
Let it go, let it go. Can't turn it back anymore. Let it go, let it go. Can't do.
And you got to do
I don't remember the rest of it.
And you got to do the arm, isn't it? The pulling down movement.
You pull the arm down.
You've got to do it.
That's known as an air grab.
Do you want to build a snowman? Do you do? He's a bit of a fixer-upper. Do.
You don't know any of the words, do you?
I don't know any of the words, but I still love. Go on, give me a song from there.
Oh, I love Love is an Open Door.
Love is an open door! That wasn't bad, was it? That wasn't bad.
That was good.
That was good, wasn't it, Laura? I'm like an American singer.
Oh,
anyway,
you're good.
Thank you, Laura. Oh, dear. Things were different. Anyway, what you got for us?
I was going to talk about the iPad.
Yes.
Right, I agree with you in the fact that you've got to embrace technology.
Yeah.
You have to. But, I mean, as I say, I've got 2 boys, so we've already got 3 tablets in the house, and we're soon to be having another one in a few weeks' time.
Another tablet or another baby?
Another tablet.
Okay.
Same thing, isn't it?
Well done, you're quick.
No, I genuinely didn't know. I couldn't quite tell from what you were saying. Okay. Any more kids on the horizon?
No. 2 boys is enough.
And they hard work. Flipping
They
out.
are, yeah. I think you might have had girls. I might have had a few more.
Were your boys, when they were young, were they obsessed with their winkles?
Yes.
Yeah. There's so many baths I've had to stop. Because listen, let's all explore each other's bodies. But so many bars. I met someone the other day. Right? I met someone yesterday. Laura. I had a meeting, right? And we were talking about kids. It's one of the great things when you got kids. If you meet someone else who's got kids, you've always got something to talk about. You've got an in. And we were talking about kids, and she was telling me how she had to stop a bath. Her 2 boys were having a bath, right?
Yeah.
They're about 4 and 2. I can allude to this. You're going to have to fill in a lot of blanks, OK? And she turned around to get something, and she turned back, and one of the boys was...
Careful.
I don't know how to say that.
No, don't say that.
I've just mimed it to Catherine. I can't say this.
That's not helpful on radio.
No, they were they were touching each other's. They were touching each other. Let's just say that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
My mother-in-law
Yes.
used to say to them when they were that age, and I never took up this one because I didn't think it was appropriate. She used to say, "Don't do that; it'll bite you."
Oh no!
And I thought, no, that's not good.
Was this to your boys?
Yes.
Right.
Well,
in about 30 years' time, when they're on their 3rd marriage and they're in therapy, just go phone up the therapist and say, "I think you should know that they used to be told it would bite them." That will save years of time in speaking to a psychologist.
I thought I'm not going to take up that phrase. That's not one for me. me.
No, you have to be so careful because you can't shame them. You have to go, hey guys, okay, now there's nothing wrong with you doing that to your brother, but it's probably bath's over, out of the bath, guys. Come on, out of the bath.
Yeah, brush over it.
Anyway,
anyway.
No, don't brush over it. That's the worst you can do. Right, you've got, for goodness sakes, please. We got so close to the end of the show without getting taken off air. iPads, kids.
iPads.
Catherine's a bad mum.
No, well, I agree with you in the fact that you have to embrace technology, but they do create new problems. We've got an iPad Speak, which is basically like, where's the iPad? That's where's the iPad? Which they say it as one word, where's the iPad? And it's like very aggressive. Yeah. And everybody walks around like with a face like thunder, where's the iPad? Permanently lost. And then also germs. See, some people have a habit of taking them into the toilet to read.
Yeah, what's your beef?
I
watch. If I'm not,
it's just disgusting.
If I'm not feeling well, I'll watch a film.
Oh dear. And also, you know what we call that, by the way, in our house? An iPoo.
An iPoo. I just got a word for it.
I didn't know that.
That's funny. You've actually got a term for it.
Oh, the thing is, like, this is all. I've been known to get through a box set as well, but it's this is all. You know, this is the future. It's better than taking a book in there.
I know, but and people sneeze on them, and then like you pass them on to somebody else, and you think, oh, they're just germ breeders.
Here's some other stuff. Oh man, I got to put the boys to bed last night. And we were in... this is so childish. They're 4 and 2 and I'm 41, for goodness sakes. We're having farting competitions. My youngest...
Careful.
What?
You want to be careful.
Yeah.
The winner could be the loser.
Particularly when they're sat on your head. But my 2-year-old was in proper, genuine hysterics. You know when they just can't stop laughing? It was so wonderful. And that got me... And I never laugh. I'm a miserable old git. And I was laughing. Fun
Sweet,
times.
apart from the, you know.
You explained to your daughters what. I mean, do you want to have this conversation?
Well, I was talking about Stringy and seeing actual Stringy.
Yeah, Peter Stringfellow for those guys who aren't hip to the scene.
And my daughter said, "Who is Stringy?
Who's actual Stringy?"
And I said, "He runs a special club where ladies take their clothes off while they're dancing."
Yep.
She thought that was hilarious.
Yeah.
One, a ridiculous idea, and two, that they got their bottoms out.
Your sister wanted to be a stripper.
She did.
Well, she had 2 career paths she could have followed.
Stripper or a tramp.
Wow.
Which one did she go for?
Actually, she's a... What?
Here's the thing.
Is she stripping?
No.
Is she tramping? Here's the thing. Why would anybody wants to be a stripper? Why do strippers want... They can't want to be strippers. No one can want...
Expressive, isn't it?
No, it's not expressive. It's...
But some people enjoy doing things that they're good at.
Well, I'm good at taking my clothes off. I do it every day, almost.
There you go.
But why would you go and do that?
Get paid for doing that.
It's a crazy idea. Whoever thought of it, obviously, is weird. But if it works, it works.
But I just don't know.
But my daughters are right. It's a ridiculous idea.
We could pay for people to put their clothes on.
So?
They'll start off naked.
Yeah.
And then you'll see them put the clothes on, and then you give them money and say thanks.
Yeah,
go away.
You don't call it giving it money, you call it making it rain. I've seen Rihanna videos.
Making it rain? Well, you chuck pennies at them.
No, not pennies.
No?
That would hurt, especially if they've not got any clothes on.
I don't get why anyone would want... I get why people would want to see it, but I don't get why anyone would... Have some respect for yourself, sisters. I respect you. That's why I'm going to put £10 in your stocking top, but...
It does sometimes feel good to take off a coat, though. So maybe it's like that, but like a lot.
Don't knock it till you've tried.
It does. I know what you mean when if you've got really tight shoes on or high heels.
Maybe it's that.
Kicking those bad boys off.
I'm going to take my blazer off now.
Yeah. Put a tenner in her stocking.
That felt good.
It just. But why would anyone do that? Why would anyone want to? Do you know what? Do you know what I'm going to do? I am going to take my clothes off in front of lonely old men whose wives don't know they're here.
Rhythmically.
Is that like rhythmically?
Rhythmically.
Rhythm is a dancer.
Yes.
08459 455 555.
Can I just say my sister did want to be a stripper, but there was a caveat.
Yes. Oh, you're not allowed to wear those.
She would only be a stripper if she could keep her bra on.
There we go, you see.
At the Pride of Stevenage Awards in October, I'm going to sneeze.
Well, bless you. That's never...
Sorry.
It's never a professional thing to do, is it?
I had to announce it. Here's a top tip from me if you ever get into radio. Never, and I mean never, sneeze on air. Because this is what's going to happen.
Calling you, I need
In October, I'm going to sneeze. I'm going to sneeze.
And that's BBC Three Counties News and Sport with more at 7 o'clock.
In October, I'm going to sneeze.
On FM, AM, online and digital radio.
This is Iain Lee.
On BBC Three Counties Radio.
Oh, yeah.
Hang on, I'm just going to sneeze.
Kath, you all right?
I'm going to sneeze.
What? Hey, mate.
I'm going to sneeze.
Across beds, hearts and bucks.
This is Iain Lee.
BBC Three Counties Radio.
OK, so is the face of British politics changing? UKIP have won their second parliamentary seat. I was keen to get your thoughts on it, really. Are you happy? Are you sad? Are you worried? How does it make you feel? 08459 455 555. We've had a couple of, confusing calls about UKIP and their policies. Well, I'm pleased to say that Nick Lincoln has called in, who's the UKIP's prospective parliamentary candidate for Watford. Morning, Nick.
Hello to you, Ian. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I'd imagine you dispute our previous caller who said that UKIP have no policies.
Robbie from Watford, potentially one of my voters. I do, categorically. We have a range of policies.
Let's start with immigration then. What's the UKIP policy on immigration?
OK, well, just a bit of context. We are not opposed to immigration per se. We are opposed to mass, uncontrolled immigration. We think immigration is a good thing for a country. Our policy on immigration going forward would be a points-based system, as they have in Australia. So you can come to this country if you have a job to come to, if you can speak English, if you have accommodation lined up, and if you have health insurance arranged. And you can come from anywhere in the country. We don't discriminate on your geographic origination, your colour, your ethnicity, your religion, but you must have things that you can add to this country.
So what skills? What point? What would you get points for?
You would get points for things such as: do you have the job that you're looking to do, the qualifications that you have? Do they lend you to a career here where we need those kind of occupations?
What occupations do we need?
Off the top of my head, I couldn't tell you.
But so you want to introduce a points-based system where you'd be awarded points if you had the skills for occupations that we need, but yet you don't know what the occupations are that we need?
At this stage, I don't know. I couldn't off the top of my head what those things are, but there would be
hang on,
things...
but Nick, you're saying you've got a policy on immigration, but it turns out it's a half-thought-out policy. It sounds good. Points. You'll get points, but you don't know what you'd give those points for. So you haven't got a policy on immigration.
No, I was quite clear. We would give out points for those people that have the skills for those occupations that we need in this country. I can't
what occupations? Nick, it's not off the top of your head. You're UKIP's prospective parliamentary candidate for Watford, so I'd expect you to know this. What would you get points for?
I imagine there'd be these occupations where we have shortages.
For example?
Occupations where we have shortages.
For example?
Skilled areas such as doctors. Doctors, people in IT, architects, accountants.
But do we need people in IT? Have we got a shortage of people in IT? Have we got a shortage of accountants?
We have a shortage of people with skills. We always do have a shortage of people with skills.
Do we have? You mentioned IT. Do we have a shortage of people in IT?
The IT market is extremely competitive.
Do we have a shortage? Do we have a shortage of people in IT?
I do not, off the top of my head, whether you have a shortage of people in IT.
So we'll scratch that.
I'm being honest with you.
Do we have a shortage? Do we have a shortage of accountants?
Look, Ian, I'm addressing the question of what is our overall policy on immigration.
You're not answering the question. You said that UKIP would introduce a points-based system. What would you give points for skills that we required? What skills do we require? You don't know.
I'm being completely candid with you. I do not know to that degree.
You're a prospective MP for UKIP and you don't know what their policy is.
I think the bigger question to address is here. How are we going to control migration? What are we going to do with the European Union migrants that are already here? And I want to categorically state on record that if people are here legally, they will be allowed to remain here legally when we leave the European Union.
That goes against what Mark Reckless said, doesn't it?
Mark Reckless handled the question rather...
He said Mark Reckless. Well, no, he said that he suggested that migrants who've lived in the UK for several years could be turfed out. Is that UKIP policy?
No, it's not.
Why did a UKIP MP say that?
I guess because we're all human. You know, we're not perfect and we make mistakes. And he made a mistake and it wasn't a well handled. But our policy is categorical.
But listen, you can't. The thing is, if you are a prospective MP. And you know that you represent a party that some people perceive as being racist. Certainly, immigration is a key factor in that party. To not know how the point system would work, to suggest that migrants who've been here, who lived in the UK for several years, could be turfed out of the country, those are pretty big mistakes to make, aren't they, Nick? And you could see, surely you could understand, why that would give fuel to those people who think that UKIP doesn't have a policy on migration and is a racist party.
I would think that a lot of people would say, thank goodness there's a party talking about immigration and we're addressing these issues and we're not trying to fudge it or hide away from this key issue, which is, if you speak to anybody on almost any doorstep, it's something they raise, whatever their political background.
Exactly, but you don't know what the policy is.
I'm giving an overlay of the policy. I'm not a policy wonk on this particular issue to the degree you'd like. I'm holding my hand out. What I'm saying is...
But you're a prospective parliament. Why would anyone...
It's very clear.
No, it's not. Well, it's not clear, though, is it, Nick? Because you said you'd have...
It's absolutely clear, because if people ask me what do you do with the EU migrants that are already here, our policy is totally clear. If you are here legally now, you can stay legally here. So if you're here illegally, you will be deported.
Mark Reckless was wrong 2 days ago, then, when he said that migrants from who lived in the UK for several years could be booted out. That was wrong. That was a lie.
Mark Reckless was wrong, and I've always said that.
But then why did he say that?
Because it's human and we make mistakes. To clarify the point, if you're a migrant here and you're here illegally, you will be deported.
OK, but just to clarify, Mark Reckless lied when he said that migrants who've been here legally for several years would be turfed out. That was a lie.
Was it a lie? OK, someone asked me the time, and I say it's 7:15, the time is 7:16. Am I a liar or just incorrect?
Well, I don't know. Was what he said a lie, or was he incorrect?
He was incorrect.
OK, so it's as close to the truth as being a minute out telling the time. So it's a fine line. It's kind of how you phrase it. And just to clarify, the UKIP policy on immigration is you can come here if you've got the skills that we need. You'll be awarded points. Unfortunately, you don't know what those skills are that we need.
Because we're not in power now, and we won't be in power maybe till 2015 or later, and then we would need to look at it. And
so you wouldn't look at it. You wouldn't look at it before you were in power. You wouldn't clarify that.
Of course we will, but we will be applying it when we're in power. It's the same system they have in Australia. So it's already up and running. It does work.
So you kind of finalise the policies once you're in power. You have the broad sweeping brushstrokes, but you really nail down those policies once you're in power. That's how it works, is it, in politics?
To be honest with you, I know what you're referring to. It does a lot of the time, and it certainly does with our party, because when we announce policies in detail, the other parties come down and take them and pick out the bits they want and then put them in their manifesto. So this year, we are holding back as long as we possibly can before we announce things in detail.
You'll know more about this than me, Nick, because you're the one that wants to introduce the points-based system based on Australia. Hasn't Australia seen more immigration since they introduced a points-based system?
They may well have seen more immigration.
So your policy would
bring... the kind of migration they want.
Your policy would bring more foreigners into this country.
No, why? Because that's what happened in one country, it would happen here.
Well, you just cited Australia 3 times, I think, as being the system that you're modelling it on. And they had more people going into their country. So, kind of ipso facto, it would imply that we'd have more people coming into this country, if you're basing it on the Australian system.
Yes, but the Australian system is based on the Australian economy and on the Australian structure. They may well have more skill shortages than we have. I can certainly tell you that if we have migration 250,000 people a year, I'd be very surprised if any points-based system got anywhere close to that number.
OK, but you still don't know. You still don't know what the skills are that we need to fill.
Yes, for the fourth or fifth time, off the top of my head, I do not know, and I've said that right from the start of this conversation.
OK, thanks very much. Nick Lincoln, UKIP's prospective parliamentary candidate for Watford. Well, that was the podcast. Jen, you've seen how the podcast is made. You can have your microphone on. I like you. Do you believe in dreams?
I do believe in dreams.
And you've seen dreams happen, haven't you?
I have.
OK. Catherine, keep away from Jen's microphone.
Jen's dreams come true.
There we go.
Jen's dreams come true.
I'm afraid everyone's microphone off now, apart from mine. If you want to send me an email, you can do, but I'm not going to tell you the email address. I only want people who can show initiative getting in touch with me. You'll have to find it yourself. Here, live every weekday morning between 6 and 9, or a podcast every week. I'm off for a cough. Anyone? Guys?
What, with you?
Yeah.
Guys? I'm actually going out for a cough with Kath.
I'm washing my hair.
What?
And Jen's...
We've got hair washing facilities at BBC Three Counties Radio?
No.
Sorry?
We're all going home to wash our hair.
I'll come with you and have a cough.
No, mate. Honestly, don't worry about it.
No, listen, I will come with you and we will have a cough.
No, it's you go when we...
Thanks for listening to this free download from BBC Three Counties Radio, your local radio station for beds, hearts and bucks, on FM, AM, digital radio and online at bbc.co.uk/3counties.